Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caffeinated Dino, and today we are finishing up Raptor Boyfriend, a high school romance. We are on Taylor's route. We are on the last episode of Taylor's route, Goodbye Ladle. We finally got our smooch last time and learned the sad truth about his parents, which was heartbreaking. But yeah, let's finish this out, yeah? Goodbye Ladle, episode 7. After Robert's party, I remember feeling like time had slowed down. Me and Taylor spent almost every minute together. We both knew that we only had so long together, so we wanted to make our makeout time count. And to do that, I had a plan. Yeah, I know what I said before about my plans. And it's true that they were, I was going to say generally terrible. But then deciding to have no plan was really just another type of plan. I realized that making plans wasn't the problem. The problem was that my plans always involved me trying to be something I'm not. It's fine to want to be better, or to try to put yourself out there, but I think I was being too hard on myself. I know, I'm starting to sound like you, Doctor. Oh, right, the plan. Well, this one was simple. No, it was actually simple this time. The plan was to have a nice last day of school. Me, Day, and Taylor were hanging out in the halls between first and second period. I was handling the whole moving away from Ladle thing pretty well. That's it, I'm not leaving. Stella. No, they can't make me. I guess they can, but after they close up for the summer, you might have to leave for, food and water, air conditioning, the necessities for survival. But Taylor, I'm gonna miss this school. The tiny chairs, the mysterious mold, the creepy rumors. I'm even going to miss my stinky locker. It still smells from Robert's sock, eh? Yep. I tried my best to scrub it and spray air freshener, but it's a stubborn stink. It just didn't want to leave, just like me. But now I must leave it. I'm not sure I'm ready to say goodbye. I get that you're feeling nostalgic right now, but it's just a funky smelling locker. But it's my funky smelling locker. Yeah, Taylor. I knew I shouldn't have said anything, but for some reason I said it anyway. Sorry, you're right. It's just that everything's changing so fast. And the highway expansion is almost here. There's a bunch of new kids being shown around for next year already, and I don't know. Little High already feels different. I guess I'm really gonna miss it here. Yeah. No. You're not gonna miss it at all? I don't know. Maybe? I'm just more excited about what's next. I'm tired of staring at the same old walls. Time for some new walls to stare at. I just can't believe I graduated. I guess I'm better at this whole school thing than I thought. I was fully prepared to have to do summer school or something. You could do it anyway, pick up a few extra credits, just for funsies. That sounds like your kind of funsies, not mine. Okay, I guess we should head to class. Yeah, I guess. Ugh. What the? What are you three doing here? What? Going to class? No. You did not just say you're going to class. Tell me you did not just say that you're going to class. We didn't say it? We said, something else. That we were going for bath? Good. Because today is National Skip Day. It's what? National Skip Day. It's only the best holiday, ever. Taylor, what is he talking about? It's the last day of school, basically. And because everyone's grades can't change, there aren't any consequences for skipping class. It's not only consequence-free, it's accepted to skip. Actually, no. It's expected that you skip. Taylor, you knew this and didn't tell them? I forgot, okay? Now that you mention it, that does explain why there was, like, nobody in first period. Yeah, we basically did nothing in English today. Mr. Garciano just handed out a crossword puzzle. Exactly. So wait, why are you here then? Looking for you three. Oh. I mean, come on, it's Stella's last day here. I'm not about to let you waste it by actually going to class. Let's get out of here. Skip class? Yes. Wow. I've never done that before. Me neither. Alright. You know what? Let's do it. Nice, Mrs. Goodknife. I was a little worried there for a second. I had to walk here, and it's a lot farther than you'd think. I grabbed my stuff and said one last goodbye to the hallways of Ladle High. We piled into my truck and headed to the lake. When we got there, Robert went up to the biggest tree he could find and started doing something. He wouldn't tell us what. He said it was a surprise. There. Now everyone will always know. Know what? That we were here, and we were glorious. Wow. Yeah. Right. It does just literally say, we were here though. So how does anyone know who we is? I mean, are. You know what I mean. Oh. I actually don't think it really matters. We know, and that's what counts, right? Totally. Nice save. Haha, yeah. I couldn't help but think about my first day here. I can't believe it's been barely a year since I was here. Hanging out for the first time with all of you. I was so nervous. I don't think I ever told any of you this, but my detention story was a huge lie. Yeah, we know. Wait, really? Yeah, it was kind of obvious. Aw, man, that's so embarrassing. Shit. I guess my whole are you worthy thing did kind of put you all on the spot, huh? Well, kinda. Yeah. My bad. But you were the first person to talk to me at school. Just the fact that you invited me to the lake was unbelievable to me. Really? Duh. You made probably one of the most memorable entrances I've ever seen. You skateboarded in looking all badass and did a prank on you. Well, yeah. But you were the class rep, and you were cool, and you wanted to hang out with me after school. Yeah, sounds better. Sounds like a better first impression than I made. What do you mean? The first thing you saw me do was fight with Ingrid. Actually, I saw you fighting with nobody. What? Ingrid was invisible, so I kind of thought you were yelling at me. Right. Damn it. Definitely not my best moment. But you were so nice to me. You started my education on what constitutes a party. You helped me prepare for the lake. You made me feel like it was okay that I was some bumbling dork. And then I made you feel terrible. I should have felt terrible. I hit you with my car. You what? You barely nicked me. It was nothing. Nice stunt, Taylor. Way to tuck and roll. It wasn't some stunt. I still feel bad about that. But you just immediately tried to make me feel better by turning it into some joke. What was it again? I said I get hit all the time. And that sometimes when it's a bad one, I have to turn the drivers into mulch. Wow, that's dark. You had to be there, I guess. Then you said you'd come to the lake with me. It really helped me feel like I could do it. Because you were there for me. You all just You all made this year one of the best years of my life. It was pretty great, wasn't it? It had its ups and downs. Yeah. It definitely had its moments, though. Yeah, by the time we pranked the hell out of you two. Yeah, it's not really a great prank phone call when the person who calls knows it's you the whole time. You weren't there for when Stella called the serial hotline and said her name was Dr. Angela Doctor. Whatever, it was really funny at the time. And we got Robert good, too. You left yourself wide open for that one, dude. For someone who calls himself the prank tour, you kinda got shown up. You got shown up by the queens of pranks. Nah. Yeah, you did. Okay, whatever. I totally got all of you with my Ladle Ripper prank. Especially Taylor. What? No, you didn't. Come on, you were horrified. Was not. Look, we were all on edge that night, and we all got a little spooked. Except for Taylor, who was a lot spooked. Next one. Alright, fine. Maybe I was a bit freaked out. Just a bit, though. Aw, I thought it was cute. Taylor, you don't understand. You came alive that night. I saw a fire in you that screamed, I want to live! And the fact that I caused that fills me with pride. Well, I'm happy that my terror did that for you. We all just stood there for a second with big smiles across our faces. Then Robert took in a big breath of air and exhaled like he had just eaten a delicious meal. What was that about? Huh? Nothing, I'm trying to take in this moment. Soon it's gonna be gone. Soon the ladle I used to know will be gone. Damn. Yeah, where did that come from? Hey, I can be deep, okay? No, it's true. The other day I had a random family in a minivan ask me where the nearest supermarket was. Huh! They're shit out of luck. Yeah, but it just made me think. How long until they start building one? Who? The people in the van? What? No. Just they. I guess it couldn't always stay boring old ladle forever. How do you feel about the whole highway expansion, people moving in thing? I don't know. I'm not that worried. If everything goes bad, I'll just find somewhere else, I guess. Really? Sure. I mean, I'd rather everything worked out, but there's not much tying me to ladle anymore. Nothing bad is going to happen here. Everyone has been cool so far. Yeah, it's actually kind of weird. I guess people adjust to a new normal. I would think that the discovery that magical beings exist would be a positive thing for most people. Yeah, for most. Exactly. As far as I'm concerned, we're all about to become famous. I doubt that. Just wait, Day. You'll see. It doesn't matter. I'm leaving Ladle anyways, so I guess everyone out there will just have to get used to me. Wow. Yeah. Welcome to being an adult, I guess. I feel woefully unprepared. What do you mean? All the teachers said grade 12 was meant to prepare you for adult life, so be ready for a tough year. Huh. Yeah, right. This year was a joke. Right? Like when we had that group project? Oh yeah. We just kept putting it off and putting it off. Robert, I have to give it to you. You are amazing at finding ways to procrastinate. Hey, that wasn't all me, okay? No, we were clearly looking for a way out of actually doing work. But the way out was you constantly telling us some random story. Right? There was one about how you swore you saw a UFO. I said I might have seen one. Might have. All I know is that there was an orb of light that moved in an unlikely flight trajectory. Are aliens really that strange comparison to, you know, you guys? Exactly. The point is, we goofed off that entire night and still managed to pass. Yup. Still the same old ladle high. We stayed there reminiscing until it was time for me to go home and pack. Then, as much as I didn't want to admit it was time for us to say goodbye. I said goodbye to Robert and Day first. Well, Mrs. Goodknife, it's been a slice. It totally has. I just want you to know that you're like a completely righteous girl. I'm not just saying that. I know you get kind of down on yourself, and I get it, but you're awesome, Stella. You really are. I was inches from tears. I just hope we get to hang out again. I'd like that. Hey. Hey. You know what's funny? What? I spent so much time thinking about leaving this town, but I suck at goodbyes. You came into this town and you made it brighter. Thank you, Stella. For what? For being my friend. No. Thank you. My dorm room will always be open if you need a place to crash or just if you want to visit. I'd love to. I won't do it. Won't do what? I was gonna make a joke about seeing you in another 5 years, but don't worry. I won't do it. Taylor! Stella? Taylor? No, but seriously. I'm gonna miss having my camp friend living down the street. Taylor. You made this year worth it. And I'm glad that you didn't give up on me. What do you mean? Look. I know I didn't make it easy for you to get to know me again. But I'm glad that eventually you did. And if you didn't stick around, I don't know, things would be different, I guess. I guess what I'm trying to say is, thank you, Stella. Thank you for being there and making this year something I'll always remember. Honestly, I feel like I'm a different person. Looking back, I can't believe how hard you had to fight just to get me to go to the lake that first day. I guess I was just surprised that you genuinely just wanted me around. Really? And then you dropped me off last after the lake and I couldn't help but hug you. For some reason, I felt like I was finally home. You did? Yeah. And when we did that school project, I found one of your tapes. I know it sounds weird, but when I gave it back to you, our fingers touched and it was like a shiver went down my spine. But like, in a good way. Oh my god, me too! Really? Are you kidding me? The night when I pranked you, I dreamt about you. You did? No? Come on, tell me. Okay, but it's so embarrassing. Hey, it's me. I dreamt that you were in your underwear and surrounded by skeletons, but you looked like that famous painted Venus de Milo. Wow, that's... I don't know what to say. I told you it was embarrassing. I'd always hoped that you liked me. Like when we were at Robert's on Friday the 13th. And we were outside looking for the Ladle Ripper and scared shitless. I really wanted to kiss you. Me too. Do you think we would have if we weren't interrupted? I don't know. If you wanted me to, I would have. Even the moments that were kind of painful. They were better because you were there. Like during the holidays when me and Brandon were fighting and you were right there beside me. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have been though. No, you were exactly the person I needed to see. Your gift too. The photo album of us. It's really amazing that you did that, even if I couldn't admit that at the time. I just wish I didn't have to leave. If we could just have just one more night together. I know. But it's okay. Really? Are you gonna be okay this summer? Yeah. Don't worry about me. Me, Day, and Robert are probably gonna hang out. So I guess you and Brandon aren't hanging out anymore? Not really. Now that the band is over, we don't really have anything in common. It's time for you to go solo then. Yeah. I've got plenty of inspiration. Maybe I'll make an album all about heartbreak and loneliness. Oh no. Taylor! Sorry, I couldn't help it. All joking aside though, whether or not it's in 5 years or 5 days, I'll just be glad to see you again. If I don't see you again, just promise me that when you move back to the city, you won't forget about me. And don't forget about Ladle. Taylor, I never will. You promise? I promise. Thanks, Stella. It won't be 5 years though, right? I don't know. Everything seems so up in the air right now. I know. You have my number though, right? Yeah. Just give me a call. I'll always answer. I love you. I love you too. We held each other there for what seemed like hours. But eventually we had to let go. Eventually we had to say goodbye. As we left the lake, we decided to leave our own mark. So we carved our initials into the tree. We met up with the others by my truck, and then I gave them all a ride home one last time. I knew the only thing left to do was go home and pack. But instead, I did one more lap around Ladle. I passed by the school, and I thought about how this year I wasn't scared to walk down the halls anymore. I didn't eat my lunches alone in the bathroom. I had friends. Goodbye, Ladle High. I passed by the lake, and I thought about all the firsts I had this year. First time getting drunk. First time having a sleepover without parent supervision. First time going to a real party. First time skipping class. First kiss. First. Goodbye, the lake. I looked in the rearview mirror and thought about how long ago last September felt. I'm going to miss this town. I'm going to miss giving everyone rides. I'm going to miss driving on these roads. It all looked different. It felt different. As I looked in the mirror, I caught my own reflection. I was different. And not in the way that I was trying to force myself to be back at the beginning of the year, either. I didn't become some outgoing uber cool girl. I was still me. Still Stella. Just different. That's what I decided that I needed a look to reflect that. So I stopped off at Sal's Convenience and bought some hair bleach and headed home. When I got there, I found myself staring at the TV, trying to pretend like it was any other day after school. Don't worry, Danny. You'll get used to the big city. Says you. Laugh track. Yeah, it didn't work. Dad left me one last note. Hi, honey. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and what I said the other week came out wrong. I wanted to move so badly because I wanted to be able to spend more time with you. Being closer to work would help with that. But I didn't consider what you wanted. You've grown up so much, I didn't realize it It isn't just all about father-daughter time anymore. You have your own friends and your own life. I should have realized how much Ladle means to you. I'm sorry. You're your own woman now. I should let you make these decisions with me. I'm so proud of you. Love, Dad. I went to the answering machine, and for a second there was that familiar feeling of excitement that I would get. I'd come home wondering who called. It made me one of my friends left me a message. But there were no messages left. Dad had canceled the phone plan yesterday. Watching him do it finally made the move feel real. I went to sit in the window and think. There you are. Dad must have found you in one of my old boxes. I'm still really sorry about losing you in the move and totally forgetting about you all year. I was so excited to finally be able to tell you everything, but I had some business to take care of first. Is this the one that we heard at the concert? Yeah, this is the one that he's saying for us. Okay, then I'm not gonna go through it again. Okay. Oh, I gotta read all of it. I can't just escape. Oh, did we not get one this episode? No. Yes? No. Oh no. 6 out of 6, 6 out of 6, 7 out of 7. Not the worst. I wish we got all of them, but meh. With the phone plan being cancelled, I couldn't call anyone. So I just laid there for a second with the hair dye beside me, ready to do the most drastic thing to my hair I've ever done. Then I realized something. I wasn't as scared as I thought I would be. And I thought maybe change isn't so bad. I took a deep breath and thought, this was it. I knew that if I went through with it, there would be no going back. Well, technically if I waited long enough, it would grow back, but you know what I mean. Was I really ready to move on? Did I give myself enough time to say goodbye? Well, what do you think, Doctor? Alright, well I personally think I did a pretty good job for it being my first time. Apology accepted. Huh? Oh. Well, after I did my hair, I came up here to tell you all about, well, everything. I guess that's it. That's the whole story. Well, there is one last thing, Doctor. You know, the family that's moving in has a young daughter. I guess I thought maybe you could help her through her teenage years, like you helped me. Oh, I hit pack. I wanted to leave them. Darn it. On second thought, I can never give you away. I might need you in the future. I mean, come on, I'm going to college soon. Who knows what kind of crap I'll go through there. Thanks, Doc. Okay. Let's get out of here. It's been a good year. Alright, we just have the little epilogue left. Hopefully there's one and we get to drive around with Taylor, which would be very exciting. I don't think he went to college. Or I'm expecting him not to, at least. But I guess we'll find out soon. 1 year later. God, he's so big. So, where is this campsite again? It's not really a campsite so much as it is a national park, remember? Right. You okay? What? Me? I'm totally fine. I told you, we don't have to go on this whole canoe trip if you don't want to. I want to. I really do. It's just, I've never been that deep into the wilderness, you know? It's not that remote. People take this route all the time. We might even run into some other campers. We might also get attacked by a man-eating grizzly bear that has it out for us. And then one of us will get the forest madness and slowly turn on the other, proving that man is the true monster. Wait, are you saying that'd be me? No. You're the expert survivor that I entrust my life to, only to eventually harbor resentment for after we continue to be lost. Okay, I knew we shouldn't have watched that movie this close to the trip. Just because it's a movie doesn't mean that it couldn't happen. Okay, first of all, we don't have grizzly bears in Ontario. Second, it'd be pretty hard to get lost when there are a ton of markers showing where to portage and where to set up camp. But it could happen. It could, but it won't. Because you'll be there with me. Again, we don't have to do this. No, I want to. I just needed to freak out there for a second. I'm nervous, but I'm also kind of excited. I'll get to see all your nature skills in action. It's still just basic camping stuff mostly, but sure. Also, I thought it would be nice to finally get some alone time. And not have to share a site with other people. It's been a while. Yeah. Anyways. Right, how are things at the camp lately? Were you able to get the low ropes back up? Yeah, with some help from Mr. Garciano. Oh man, I envy the new campers. They're gonna have the best summer break. I don't know. It's nothing like it used to be. The camp's still pretty small. I was finally able to hire someone to help out a bit while I'm not there, though. Who? Robert. Oh my god. What? He's surprisingly good with kids. I mean, sure, but... Robert? He's really calmed down lately. I wouldn't have hired him if he wasn't the best option I had. Look at you being all responsible. Whatever. No, I like it. Taylor, the director of a summer camp for 5th graders. I'm not saying it's unbelievable, but... No, it's true. I wouldn't have believed it if you told me last year. Do you sing them songs around the campfire at the end of each day? If I didn't, I don't know if I'd ever hear the end of it. That popular, huh? Maybe. How's school? Nice subject change. It wasn't my best. School's been kind of busy lately. The deadline for my thesis is coming up, and I still have I have a ton of research left to go through. You'll never guess what it's about. The fall of the Roman Empire? Nope. The fall of a different empire? Nope, no falling and no empires. Okay, just tell me. You know I'm terrible at history. It's about cryptids through history. Haha, really? Did let you do it on that? It takes some convincing, but yeah. That's pretty sweet. Soon you'll be telling me how Bigfoots work. Yeah, right. But maybe I can still help you in the anatomy department. Taylor! Okay, but seriously. That's really cool, Stella. I've also been working on something. Yeah? Yeah, it's a song. And I brought a tape. Wanna listen? Are you kidding? Pop it in. I call this one Anyway. Cool, what's it about? Well, just have a listen. Anyway. Oh, this is the last tape that we needed. So we're gonna have all 7. Yes. Forge your path. See the sights. Hang back. Reach the light. Do it my way. Do it their way. Do it your way. Do it anyway. Dry your tears. Let them come. Face your fears. Hold back some. Have it my way. Have it their way. Have it your way. Have it anyway. Don't hold on. Grip me tight. Hold fast, so strong. Let go, don't fight. Take it my way. Keep it their way. Make it your way. Always anyways. Always anyways. Oh wow, Taylor. I know, it's a little sloppy. I'm not sure about the end. It's great. You know, I've missed you. Well, we have been talking on the phone every day. But I guess it's not the same. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, I've missed you too. This week is going to be great, I think. As long as we don't get attacked by a bear or rained out or something. Whatever happens, the fact that you're there makes it worthwhile. Taylor. Stella. I love you. I love you too. Oh, that's it. Very cute. I'm glad he opened the camp. I was wondering what he was gonna do, since he didn't seem like he was gonna go to college because he wasn't that big into school. That's very exciting. He reopened the camp. Yay! And I'm glad him and Stella are still together a year out. Fantastic. I do share Stella's anxiety though about camping and canoeing. I've been kayaking for like a couple hours. Like near where I went to college, there was a kayak rental shop. So like I've done that a few times, but I've never been canoeing. I don't know how different they are, and I've never been camping. So like I have the same anxiety of like, what if we get a bear? What if we get rained on? What if 1,001 things go wrong? But yeah, this was cute. I liked the game overall. The 3 routes were different enough. I was worried that they weren't going to be different enough, but they were. They all had their own thing going for them, so that was cool. I'm losing my voice. But yeah, so that was cool. They all had their own thing going for them. They were all different enough, interesting and on their own. But yeah, this was good. I like this. I hope you guys enjoyed the game also. Who was your favorite out of the 3? I think I'm biased towards dinosaurs, so I want to say Roberts. Yeah, I think Roberts was my favorite. I liked his story a lot. And him, I think I had more emotional reaction to his story than the others. Him possibly jumping that gorge freaked me out. Did not like that. That was so scary. I was so afraid I was going to make a wrong decision and he was going to just jump it. Glad he didn't. But yeah, that was my favorite. What's yours? Out of the 3 of them. Or none of them, I guess. That's always an option if you didn't have a favorite. I don't know what we're playing next, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow. That's how that goes, right? I'll figure it out, I guess. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye!